G'day, Simon here, Explosive Action, and we are back on another shopping trip. Gonna go check out one of my mates. He's got a good movie warehouse with posters, DVDs. Gonna go for some record shopping as well, so let's get on the train. First stop on the train today, we're going to take a look at my mate Brett's warehouse. He sells DVDs, Blu-rays, posters and other things on eBay, but I've gone in to take a look in person. Very cool stuff hanging on the walls, some stock there on the floor. Good stuff to rummage through, but check out these film canisters and film reels. Very exciting stuff to see here. Apparently a lot of Hong Kong films. And if I look over here, is that Wet Latinas 1 through 5? Yes, please. More film canisters all stacked up here, just wondering what would be inside them. And this loan copy of Dracula. DVD and Blu-ray shelf here that's stock for the website. Some import titles, local titles. Lots of fun going through here and picking out some things. Some books for sale as well. VHS slicks. Some interesting stuff here. That's a pretty rare Australian zombie flesh eaters. Black Christmas, Mastodon Curse, Sundown, Fleshburn, Vice Academy. Not titles you see all the time. Particularly this one, which was really intriguing to me. Border of Tong. More posters. And this is my prize. Strike Commando poster. The Soldier. Very cool artwork. Silk. Sirio Santiago film. He had multiple copies of this one. And you got to get some Cynthia Rothrock. China O'Brien too. Discarded printer on the ground. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. And this has got to be the height of hipster. Vinyl records turned into glasses. Thanks, but no thanks. Into egg records, I don't usually find anything here I want to buy, but usually some fun things to look at, like this copy of Painkiller, original pressing, $120, bit outside my price range. Can't remember what this is, but check out the gear on the back. Always like looking at the knickknacks and the figures. They've got some fun things in here. And I found this collectible series of Hammer horror film cards. Curse of Frankenstein there on the front. Seems to be about 50 cards or so for $30. Description of the movies on the back. Ultimately I decided not to get them. Into repressed records now. I've never managed to leave here without something. Galvanizer, Diabolizer, some Napalm reissues, Morbid Angel. Sulphurous was a really good album from last year. A few of these titles from Sentient Ruin I'm not familiar with. Goraphobia, Stargazer. Still have a colour copy of the Dream Unending album. Vasigo is a band I've seen around, but I've never listened to. Guardgaster for half price. If I hadn't already bought this, I would have picked it up. Double LP, that's not a bad price. Another one on sale, but another band I'm not familiar with. Invincible Force, that one nearly came home with me, but maybe next time. And you gotta have some Sabbath. Check out that classic cover on Charisma. I gave this Blasphemia a bit of a listen, but it wasn't too good. This Atrament was also on sale. Not too sure what that sounds like, but they had multiple copies, so I'll check it out one time. Bit of Sadistic Execution. That Grave Miasma was a fantastic album last year. Portal. Diabolical Oath. Cerebral Rot's first one. And this EP by Hat. Miscarriage. Interesting Gorga on that. And this one looked pretty interesting from Nove Milite. Cassette wall now. The first thing that spied me was the Blasphemy tapes. Though I've already got both of them. Very cool to see in the wild. And up here was a box set from a band called Fuoco Fatuo. At the front of the grindcore section was a Brutal Truth split with Spaz. From what I could make out, this was the original 96 pressing. Pretty interesting find. And this band, I have no idea who they were. Looks like a split release on New Era. The Crypt EP from a few years ago on Picture Disc. Hellbringer. Headless Death. Not sure who Goat Terror are, or who this one was. But this thing, this was really strange. Took me a while to work out what was going on here. It says Blood Sportswear on the side, and that's definitely a Mayhem logo. It's there again on the back, with a big ESP guitar logo above it. I had no idea what I was even looking at, but I thought I'd take it anyway. German band Resurrected with the EP Bloodline. This is some pretty decent brutal death. I made a friend on the way to the next shop. Very cute Siamese cat in a harness. On to Papa Disco now. Always like digging through these crates. Put a few things on to have a listen to, like this Panzer 7-inch. It was kind of fun. This one from Citizen Kane. This was all kinds of garbage, as you can see by the photos. And this band called Two Timer, Rock to Rock, which definitely looks like something my mum would listen to. Found this one, only took a few photos, original AC/DC pressing, $600. And time for some lunch, some cheeky Porto. Love a good chicken burger. So let's take a look at what I picked up today. I got a couple of 7-inches, a record, and some posters. No DVDs or Blu-rays today. First 7-inch, this is a band called Resurrected. EP is called Bloodline. This came out in 1997. German sort of brutal death metal. I mean, very late 90s death metal sound. Quite bludgeoning. Didn't know much about these guys at all. Limited to 1,000 copies out on Underground Promotion. German label. Kind of picked it up because it was there in the record shop. I mean, you'd assume that a 7-inch from 1997 was a rarity, but no, apparently not. It's just, yeah, it just is what it is. I gave it a quick listen. Sounds pretty good. This band is still going. 2017 was their last album, I think, and yeah, it just seems like solid, brutal death metal. So yeah, happy to pick this one up. It was only $8, really cheap. So yeah, I don't really pick up 7-inches very often, so happy to add this one to the collection. Resurrected with Bloodline. If you know anything much more about the band, do let me know. Next one. This was... took me a while to work this one out. Really weird. The band, turns out, is called ESP Mayhem. Yes, that is the Mayhem logo. And this is some kind of, like, battle warrior robot. The EP's name is Blood Sportswear. The whole thing was just weirding me out. And as I alluded to in the rest of the video, there's the back of it there, ESP Mayhem. That legit is the Mayhem logo, slightly altered. If you look inside here, recorded by Jason Fuller. That gave me everything I need to know. Blood Duster Connection, Melbourne Grind, and that is what you get. But what you don't usually get with this kind of stuff, this is probably the first time I've ever heard anything like this. No guitars. 3 synth keyboards, 3 synth making devices, and drums and vocals. No guitars, no bass. And it's as heavy as balls. It came out in 2019, I think. 2018, 2019. I'd never even heard of them before. But it's pretty good. I've got to say, this is pretty good. Pretty tight grind, fairly brutal stuff. And you don't miss the guitar. And the synth that they use are 3 separate people playing synth. Playing sort of high-end stuff, middle-level stuff, and there's one that's very much sounding like bass. It really makes up for it, and they can do the kind of effects and things you can do with synths, so it's pretty unique stuff. Haven't heard anything like this before. I'm not too sure what you might be able to compare it to, really. I mean, the grind itself is sort of agoraphobic nosebleed kind of territory, but with lack of guitar and added synth, pretty interesting stuff here. ESP Mayhem. Not too sure how much stuff they've got out. If this is a reissue or anything like that, I do frequently check the 7-inches in that store, and I don't think I've ever seen it there before. So yeah, there you go. ESP Mayhem with Blood Sportswear. Very interesting stuff. The LP I got though, This was a real find. I didn't show this one in the video. I didn't get footage of this section of the shop I was in. So stoked to pick this one up. At War, Ordered to Kill, original press on, what is it, New Renaissance? GWD90550 is the label number. I've got their follow-up album, Retaliatory Strike, which is a good vanilla thrash album. This one, they're really still finding their feet. Lots of Motorhead, lots of Venom, Show No Mercy, Slayer, like it's very early days kind of stuff. But like the album itself isn't like super early. It's like 89 or something like that. And look at that cover, doing the military pose. These guys don't look like they've ever held weapons before, so it's kind of amusing. But anyway, Ordered to Kill by At War, very enjoyable. The vocals are a bit too high in the mix, not the best. It's not a game-changing album or anything like that. It's just solid, solid thrash, speed metal, rough vocals like Lemmy. Nothing too exciting in here. I've given it a clean, put a new sleeve in there, but there's the label, green center there, and a black vinyl. No inner bits. Not sure if there is a lyric sheet or anything like that, but I didn't get one in my copy. So anyway, At War, Ordered to Kill. Happy to have this one. And I do recall seeing it in the shop once before, and it, I don't know, maybe got buried. I forgot about it. I don't know, but it showed its head today, and I'm very happy to pick it up. So I got the first two At War albums now. Very cool. But this is the stuff I was the most excited about, these 4 posters. And it's a shame because poster space in this room is very, very difficult. I will at least get one of these up. But this is the one that, this captured my eye. I saw this on eBay because Brett runs an eBay store, like I mentioned. And yeah, look at this. Silk. It's a Sirio Santiago film. Love that poster. When the heat's on, no one's smoother than Silk. Fantastic artwork on this. A little bit damaged at the bottom. He had 5 or 6 copies of this, all with various bits of damage. They've been, battle worn. They've all been hung up, all pretty much corner kind of damage, a little bit up there. I think this was the best presentable one. Nothing in the center or anything like that. A little bit over there, but it's fine. It's a $10 poster. So yeah, very, very happy to have this one. Hopefully I can find some space for this one because very, very cool poster there by Sirio Santiago's Silk. Next one. Unlikely to find space for this anytime soon. Fairly big, but very cool. China O'Brien 2, Cynthia Rothrock. Look at that. Australian poster, big M rating. These are all VHS posters, I should add. All video run posters. Has all the Golden Harvest info down there as well. Richard Norton's name as well. Not the world's most exciting poster, but it is the same as the VHS cover that we had out here. And yeah, it's just very cool. I love the silhouettes over there. Move over Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. Martial arts latest action sensation is back. China O'Brien 2, Cynthia Rothrock with the Fly 103 badge. Very cool. And the holstered gun. Roadshow video poster. Very happy with that one. Next one. Take a look at here. Fantastic. Nice and simple. Soldier. The soldier. You don't assign him, you unleash him. First, the exterminator. Now, the soldier. Thorny in my poster. Great classic artwork. VHS had this. I think the Blu-ray's even got this. It's you can't improve across that artwork. It's pretty defining for the movie. Love the little Earth globe on the O there. It's just a nice poster. Do what I can about hanging it, but I'm not too sure. Not that much room, but this one is guaranteed to be hung. I was so stoked flicking through all of those drawers of posters that this was there, and it's the one in the best condition as well. Strike Commando. Look at that. Look at that absolutely amazing poster. With the red brown that's not really red-brown. He's got the giant gun, which is ripped straight from Atlantis Interceptors. So, bit of a Raiders of Atlantis gun on there. But look at that. Photos down there. Ultimate Destruction Force. Helicopters. Exploding bridge. It's outstanding. And I do have space for this one. So it's the Avatar VHS poster. That was who put it out here, Avatar. So yeah, super stoked to have Strike Commando poster. Anyone that knows me knows that this is a big film for me. Hell, I got quoted on the back of Severance Blu-ray. That's how much this movie means to me. It is just such an amazing slice of 80s action. Fantastic stuff. Strike Commando. And there you go. That's my little haul today. Hope you enjoyed coming for a little browse with me today in the shops and seeing what I picked up. So if you did, please like, subscribe, click this thing and that thing, and I will see you next time.